What's up, what's up? Tommy D here from A Comic Book Look, and I'm coming at you from fucking Reviews at the River. You guys, I'm sorry I didn't get my video out right away on Wednesday, but it's 4th of July weekend, so you know what? I'm squeezing it in when I can.
Lenticular,
all the comics we buy,
lenticular,
put us side by side.
brick by brick,
We built these channels and we proud of it.
our nerd life.
They ain't putting nothing up our lenticular.
All the comics we buy,
Lenticular,
put us side by side.
brick by brick.
We built these channels and we're proud of it.
All my books, quick reviews. So we'll start off right away at the top of the stack. We have X-Men Blue. This is number 6. So I know that it's going to be a secret weapon, or a Secret Wars or whatever that's, whatever the dumb Marvel event is called at this time that I'm not reading, Secret Empire. And so this X-Men Blue team is the original team pulled out of a different dimension with the Ultimate Wolverine. And so at this point, I love this Art Adams, but they've gone through a really fun arc so far. And in this one, just tons of action with this team out of Madripoor who are a team of mutants that are protecting people. And this fun back and forth, because it's kind of like looking into a mirror for the X-Men Blue. They're a team that's very similar to them, except a little bit darker, because they come from Madripoor, a place that is a little bit darker than what the X-Men are normally come from, but in Westchester or wherever. But definitely still enjoying the series a lot. I'll give it a quick 4 out of 6 beers. Next one, we have Beautiful Canvas number 1. This is a recommendation from John at Rainbow Comics. So I definitely wanted to check it out. I went and flipped through the pages real quick, and right away, that's a really impactful, great first page. And then I could tell I definitely loved the art choices for colors, as the colors really tie to the page and flow really well throughout the whole thing. I do enjoy this style, and it ended up being I thought it was going to be like a straight up crime story at the beginning. This is our main character. She's like a hit woman, but the thing about it is she's kind of reluctant in her ways, and then like a team of like meta-humans show up with like snake arms and all this other shit that I didn't see coming at all. And in the end, I do say I did enjoy it, but I maybe need to like read it all the way again, because I just felt like as I was reading it with my with my weekly books, it did get a little convoluted, and it did actually almost bleed into this book for me. I know maybe it's because the covers are very similar, the art styles are very similar, like very similar. So you have this, and then there's probably like a page where I can find those exact same colors. Which this is kind of like a style that I like, but they were so similar that they did tie together, and I truly, this one was good, but I would only give it about 3 out of 6 beers. 6 out of 6 beers for the art, though, but it kind of lost me by the end of it. Maybe it was just trying to give me too much. Maybe it would read better in trade, who knows, or maybe I should just check out number 2. If it's a smaller week when the second issue comes out, I will pick it up. But that brought me into, here we go, Secret Weapons number 1 from Valiant, and this book is absolutely phenomenal. We have some like meta-humans that do not have the greatest powers, who are kept by some rich person in some sort of laboratory. That laboratory has gone under, and now they are like free, and there's somebody who's out there trying to help them, because they're all homeless. But you get this already. You get like 3 just offbeat characters. The first one that we're introduced to, well, she's can just talk to birds, and she lives on the rooftop, and in the end they've realized that a bunch of people are after them, so they all those like 3 meta-humans, they all get back together and they run away, and at the end they go to this place where this person is going to help them escape or whatever, get back on their feet. They don't give you a ton of information, but I guess they give you a ton of information, but not about like the characters and stuff. So it's really fun to actually check it out. I haven't been reading anything from Valiant, and I gotta say, man, if this is the level of all their books, I mean, I should definitely be reading more. Suicide Squad number 20. I just jumped on right here. I know that at Wednesday Comics they've been talking about how they like Suicide Squad. I popped in real quick, and it was a fun issue. We get what's going on right now is there's no leader for the Suicide Squad, and so Amanda Waller has to check all her options and who's going to be leader, who should be leader, blah blah blah. Katana thinks she should. Captain Boomerang's into it. Everyone tries to put their hand in. It doesn't work, and then in the end she pulls an audible, and spoiler, picks Harley Quinn as the new leader of the Suicide Squad. So, it was an odd choice, but it's totally a good choice. She's crazy. And this is the panel where she's like, "Huh? Me? You're crazy." But that's just Harley. And this brings me to my favorite book of the week. Jonah Hex Yosamite Sam one-shot. This book is so good. You get Jonah Hex back. So Jonah Hex, Jimmy Palminotti and Justin Gray used to write Jonah Hex together. It was a really long series. I have a ton of the issues. I have every other trade. It was my favorite. And what they did is they wrote one-shot stories. I mean, there was like very small overarching things that happened to do with his girl, the woman he loves and different things like that. But for the most part, they were one-shot stories. And I fucking love one-shots. And we get the Jimmy Palminotti, half of that team, writing again in a perfect one-shot story where Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn are in it, and this is what Foghorn Leghorn looks like, and this is what Yosemite Sam looks like. So we're not in the Looney Tunes universe. A problem I didn't pick up that has one was because it looked like this, but because these are just Western characters, and the chicken's just chicken, he's actually a circus freak in this one. It is so good. So we get Yosemite Sam finds gold. He wants to protect his gold, but the circus is coming through, and the people from the circus are going to steal all his gold. He hires Jonah Hex to protect him. All goes as planned, and Foghorn Leghorn becomes friends with Jonah and friends. No one's friends with Jonah, but becomes partners with Yosemite Sam, and they make a mint on their gold, and all the way through you get tons of great action from Jonah Hex, and you even get this beautiful scene. Oh, I pulled right to it. So Yosemite Sam asks Jonah if there's ever been any women in his life, or if there's somebody that he misses, something like that, and he doesn't say anything. He just walks outside, but then you get this panel, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can see that his girlfriend has that eye patch, and there she is in the clouds, him thinking about it. And like most people would be like, I don't really get it, but as a person who read all those issues, that was like my favorite part of this whole entire book. So definitely 6 out of 6 beers for this one, going way long. And then so we'll go Saga. This is continues to be on par with amazingness. So we're still on the abortion planet. You get a few other characters, but mostly they get Alana, the Marco and what's her name, the mom, I can't think of it, but they find this train that's going to take them in to get this baby, this dead baby that's out of her, because what's her name, Alana? I've been reading this for so long, I should know, but at one point she like spews all over because this thing's inside her. But yeah, so I'm sure that sounded super convoluted. Who cares though? I love this book so much. You remember that the best part about this book is Fiona Staples' art, and how every single outfit and thing that she does, she's fucking putting in massive work in fashion. It's so good. I absolutely love it. So it's like you could literally learn how to look good and dress good just by reading Saga. So good. Okay, brings me to the last one, which is, okay, so a couple weeks ago Detective Comics came out, and I didn't fucking read it right away. So dumb. When I go to read it, because this one, I see this week Zatanna's on the cover. My favorite character, you guys know that. So then I read this one. It's really awesome show up from Zatanna at the end. She comes to help everyone out. We're dealing with the new Azrael that is a AI. And then this one is a Zatanna issue that came out this week. And oh man. Did I give this 6 out of 6 beers? 6 out of 6 beers. That's for the Saga and Yosemite Sam. But this one, 7 out of 6 beers. Oh, even though Jonah Hex is my favorite one this week, it is still my favorite. This was rated better because of this back and forth we get with young Zatanna and Bruce on top of the hotel. On top of the hotel casino where Zatara has been teaching Bruce, and Bruce can't master different things, and oh, it's just so good. I just love any backstory with Zatanna, and then it just brings us right back. I don't know if it was in the last issue, but she tells this is the new Azrael character to get heavy. She says it backwards, and he just falls straight through the earth. It's such a cool scene. So now he's making his way back, and she has everything planned for him. And then we get Batwoman, Azrael, Clayface, the new what's her name, Dart or whatever, Orphan, and Ascalon is the new Azrael that's an AI. Well, he ends up being real tough and stuff, but you can't mess with Zatanna. So we get some good Zatanna, and then from there it continues on the story. See, this is another part where they call back right in the middle. They call back that scene from the very beginning of the action, back in the day, and what's this last scene? Oh yeah, then we get this crazy appearance of Azrael, that we know that's helping him with Batman, is like praying, something's going crazy, and then disappears. So this must be the next villain for the next issue. And I'm sure we're not going to see Zatanna, but I was very happy to have a Zatanna issue. So 7 out of 6 beers for these ones. Anyway, I'm sure that didn't all make sense, but I'm coming at you early morning at the river. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, keep it comics.